Hi everybody, hope you are all having a great evening. Um, what I wanted to look at in comparison to our readings this week with my group was the idea of Christian privilege. The group that I am doing, well, the church that I'm studying is the Bridge Church here in Wilmington. It's not far, just on Market, and I wanted to study this group because with me being African Methodist Episcopal, I grew up in the church, and I just know that our practices are way different, although it is still a Christian denomination, way different than that of, let's say, a Southern White Baptist church. I did scale it back a little bit. I did not look at a Southern White Baptist church. I decided to look at a non-denominational church, which is the Bridge Church, that still worships Jesus Christ. Um, One thing that the book pointed out that I don't think a lot of people realize is that here in the United States, we are privileged to be, well, you are privileged if you are a Christian just because it is the majority religion. And just for fun, um, I went and I looked up how many Jewish temples there were compared to how many Christian churches there were. And of course, I'm pretty sure the list were limited, but I found 13 temples and 30 plus Christian churches. So that alone, especially in a town like Wilmington, um, shows you how there are those discrepancies and how the majority of the population is Christian. And that also made me think about when I was going about choosing what my group was going to be, instead of me looking at the study of like the Jewish religion or a study of um, anything else other than a Christian denomination. Immediately what popped into my head was Baptist or Presbyterian or something like that. I didn't necessarily look too much into other things because I haven't heard about it. And the book points that out a lot, that in our religion classes, we are only really taught the religion of Christianity because that's what we are. That's what majority of everybody is. And I read another article talking about discussing these tough topics when it comes to privilege and the fact that we are really marginalizing these other groups of people, the people who don't necessarily practice Christianity, and how they sometimes feel ashamed, or they feel like they're not as worthy as Christians and things like that because they do live in a Christian dominated country. And how with us being Christians, we need to recognize that we do have this privilege, and that we still must respect everybody else and their right to practice their own religion, and that not everybody is going to be the same. And even just thinking about back to some news and things like that, where Islamic temples and things like that have been targeted by others just because they are different, and usually Christians, just because they are different than what we are used to. So that was just really interesting, and it opened my eyes to a different perspective as to what it is to actually be Christian, and what privileges are granted to us and how we can use them for the better, and how while I'm looking into this non-denominational church, if they actually do serve others. So if I was Jewish, can I still go here and still feel as accepted as if, rather, still feel as accepted, where with me being Amy, I feel like I would be perfectly fine walking into this church. So it's something really interesting to look into, and I look forward to hopefully being able to visit the church and give you guys an update on it by my next video. Thank you.